Hey guys, Charles here. Let's do some opportunity costs. Now, this is in micro unit one, but there's also macro, right? This is unit one, and I think unit one for not only micro, but also macro. So, this is a topic we have to know. Um, First of all, again, we should always have a good definition of what opportunity cost is in our head. It's what's given up, what's foregone. Who uses the word foregone anymore, right? What's sacrificed, the next best alternative. We'll talk about that in just a minute. I want to add in here it's the cost of something, right? It has something has a cost. That's got to be it. We're giving it up, whatever it costs. That is our opportunity cost. Now, the next best alternative is a little strange, but if I can tell you, you can either go to work, you can go to the beach, or you can go watch a movie. All three of these things are your choices. And if you choose to go to work, this is your first choice. Now we've got a decision to make. If work, what would be your next best alternative? And if your next best alternative was to go to the beach and this was your second best choice, the movie is not considered opportunity cost. Only the beach. You can't do these two at the same time. You can either do this one or that one. So once you choose work and then you choose the beach as your next best alternative, that becomes your opportunity cost there. I hope that makes sense. Every so often there's a question about this. All right, let's jump through these. There's not too many of them. We're going to blow through these pretty quickly, but we should know what we're looking for here. Which of the following best defines opportunity cost? It is the cost of producing those goods most desired by a given economy. It is the cost of the input mix that will lead to the greatest rate of growth for a given company. It is the amount of one product that must be given up in order to produce an additional unit of another product. Now, if you've done the PPC, this makes all kinds of sense. Our opportunity cost, if we produce more of one good, we've got to give up more of the other good, right? So definitely C comes to mind. Opportunity cost is defined as excess demand, unlimited resources, and unlimited wants. That's scarcity. A comparative advantage in the production of a good. The value of the next best alternative that is foregone when an activity is pursued. Well, that kind of sticks out, doesn't it? All right, number 46. An opportunity cost is entailed in which of the following situations? A student decides to attend college full time. A family uses 20,000 savings to purchase an automobile. A farmer decides to grow more wheat and less corn. Now, the way we think about all of these is due to scarcity. Because of scarcity, um, people have to make choices. When they make choices, there is an opportunity cost. There's always an opportunity cost. So, if you decide to attend college, you're not working, you're giving up the salary and the work. That's an opportunity cost. So, I like one a whole bunch. Number two, a family uses its 20,000 savings to purchase an automobile. That is a cost. You're giving up the 20,000 to buy the automobile. It's not a trade, right? We are giving the money and getting the car, but obviously we thought the automobile was worth more than the 20,000. It is a cost to us, so we're going to consider it an opportunity cost. A farmer decides to grow more wheat and less corn. If you're growing more wheat, obviously you have to grow less corn. All of these three, one, two, and three, are opportunity costs. Remember that. These are nice little examples of all the different ways we could think about it. 85, this one's a bit wordy, and it is an old question for macro. Assume that land in an agricultural economy can be used either for producing grain or for grazing cattle to produce beef. The opportunity cost of converting an acre from cattle to grain. So if I can either do cattle or I can do grain, and I decide to produce more grain, I've got to be giving up cattle, right? That's got to be my opportunity cost. Again, this is a wordy question to be able to figure out just what are you asking they're saying there. The opportunity cost of converting an acre of cattle to grain, I'm giving up the cattle. So it has to be the amount of which beef production decreases. That's your opportunity cost. How much cattle did you actually give up? I like it. All right. Sorry, I'm having a little brain fart here. This question is even wordy. I don't see this very often because this one is so strange. It seems like everybody misses it because it's wordy. Just making sense. Obviously, if I am not grazing the cattle, I'm losing some of that beef. I think that makes sense. Hopefully, that makes sense to you guys. Let's do number 39. A student who attends college would pay $10,000 annually for tuition. Now, the way I like to do these when I see this kind of question, I'm going to do a cost and an opportunity cost, right? Now, opportunity cost is what I give up, and the cost is what I actually have to pay for something. Both of these fall under the heading of opportunity cost, but let's just see if we can separate them out. A student who attends college would pay $10,000 annually for that's got to be a cost. If the student's next best alternative is to work, earning $15,000 a year, well, if you're going to college, the opportunity cost of a year in college, you're also giving up the work. So the 15,000, if I could do it correctly, not only is it costing us 10,000 to go to college, it's also what we're giving up is that amount of work salary that we could have been making. 25,000 has to be our opportunity cost of choosing to go to college there. Does that make sense? Hope so. 46. After graduating from high school, Peggy Smith decided to enroll in a 2-year program at the local community college rather than to accept a job that offered a salary of $12,000 per year. The annual tuition and fees are $4,600. The annual opportunity cost of going to college. Well, again, let's separate them out just for the ease of understanding. She's going to go to college. She's giving up work and a job that would have paid her $12,000. What she could have earned by work is $12,000. She's giving that up. And the annual tuition and fees of actually going to college is the $4,600. Let's put those both together. $16,600, right? We could see both of these are opportunity cost. Let's do old Karen here. Works part-time at a local convenience store and earns $10 per hour. She wants to spend next Saturday afternoon attending an afternoon concert. A music concert. The full price of the concert ticket is $75, but Karen was able to get a discounted price of $50 from a friend who purchased a ticket but can't go. If Karen took 4 hours off of her job to attend the concert, what was the opportunity cost of attending the concert? Well, the cost of the ticket was $50. Now, we wouldn't pay attention to the full price because she's paying her friend who probably paid full price, but she's only paying $50. The opportunity cost is what she gave up. She can't go to work by going to the concert, and she spent 4 hours away from her job, so she lost that $40 salary. We put them together, we can see our opportunity cost is $90. I hope that makes sense. All right, almost done. This is a bit strange. You haven't seen too many of these. The concept of opportunity cost would no longer be relevant if, and we should just know this by going back over some of our scarcity understandings there, is that the idea of all things are scarce. If they're free, they're not scarce. If you give up nothing for it, it can't be scarce either. Think of air. When was the last time you paid for air? Maybe if you go scuba diving or you're a mountain climber, you might have to pay for air, but most of the time we give up nothing. Air is free. So, what if there were unlimited resources? What if there was so much whatever, nobody had to pay for it? They could have all they want. There would be no opportunity cost for that good. You could have, nobody has to give up anything for it. It is free because there's a supply of resources are unlimited. Again, not very often tested, but it has been. So make sure you understand that relationship. Free goods, there can't be any opportunity cost there. All right, guys, keep working hard. You're doing fantastic. Be safe.